Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Dice Cult for episode 171 of On the Backs of Gods. I am your DM, Jillian, and we have our players here today, same as always. We have Kyle, Matt, Katie, Josh, and Greg. I'll go ahead and jump into a little bit of a recap, and then I think we can get back into it. The party is currently in a subsection of Demwoods referred to as the Brushwood. This is an area that houses and encapsulates a being, an entity, the Lurk. And some people in this party are interested in having a conversation with the embodiment of the forest, whether that is to potentially save their life or find out more about their life. And some people are here to find Roshan's sister, Rose, and at this moment, some people surmise maybe that's the same place and we all get to win. Or Rose already left and there's no one to scry upon in this woods any longer, but you all are off on this adventure together anywho. Encountering terrible monster and struggling with the environment, which familiar and not, nostalgic and new. You push forward, but each time you look into the darkness, each time you spend a day in the darkness, you are subjected to an assault on your mind. And some people are taking that better than others. Some people are currently at the end of their rope and have nowhere else to go. And some people are feeling a little better and their tummies don't hurt as bad as they did yesterday. Really, it depends on the person. But as you all are traveling, you encounter something big, just something large, and you never got eyes on it, but you knew it was there. You hid inside of a little pocket dimension, knowing you only had an hour in this space, and after about 30 minutes inside, it's like, we're not going to risk it. It hasn't left yet. We don't want to be caught when this disappears and we just have to make a choice on the fly. So after some talking, Nyx and Keld talk about a sinkhole that they had found near some ruins, and they're like, maybe we can jump in there and hide. Because what else do we have? It's either that or fight it or try to trap it or whatever you guys wanted to attempt. In the end, it came down to a mad dash to the sinkhole. And the party, real speedy, real good at running when death is on the line. And Fen peels off from the group to try and veer the creature away. The rest of the group dives into the sinkhole, and Fen has to make his own mad dash as the only person left outside away from whatever this entity is, and also dives in. Everyone falls 40 feet, except Roshan, who is flying, and you enter what looks to be a temple of the giantess Skadi, and there is coin spewed all over the ground and arrowheads and gems and items of many sorts, a lot of it destroyed by time. But, gold is gold, baby. Gold is forever. And there's also a large door depicting the giantess that seems to lead into a larger chamber, or maybe a more important chamber. But currently you sit in the lobby of what you believe is a temple, and you take time in this space to kind of clear your mind the best you can. Roshan has a conversation with the shadow. One of the pieces of the shadow decides that they are going to be at the forefront and have had recent conversations with Roshan earlier, telling them to not waste their spell slots and just let the darkness take them for half a second. You'll wake up. And if you go out again, you'll wake up again and again and again and again until it's fine. Just relax. And Roshan's like, 50-50. I'll give you 50-50 on that. I'll give you 50-50. But Roshan asks this entity about needing to sleep and what he should do. And this feminine section of the shadow discusses that, yes, I could reach into your brain, adjust your brain chemicals, and make you fall asleep. And then we'd have to do that every single night, forever. Or you can figure out what to do, or you can go talk to everyone else and try to get, a little committee to figure out how to sleep good. And with the support of your companions and almost just talking to them, kind of this moment of letting go for half a second, Roshan was able to sleep. And you all, once again, as you must every night, you blindfold yourselves and you do not look. You lean into the darkness, and the terrible sounds of the night commence. You ignore them as best as you can. People wake up the next morning feeling various different degrees of relaxed and rejuvenated, some feeling maybe less so or not as rejuvenated maybe as a normal long rest would be, but nonetheless, Roshan is able to walk, and that's truly a blessing. What a blessing for the team. Keld, you wake up after a long rest in the woods, surrounded by your companions. You don't see Nyx, so you assume that she's off either scouting or foraging. You look up and you can see the leaves splitting the sun's rays, and it kind of looks like a kaleidoscope, like that perfect hit where the sun makes kind of just a rainbow of colors as you look up at it. The dirt and the snow are soft beneath your feet. And you look down. And your companions kneel around you, their eyes closed, and they are quiet and still, eyes on the soil. The ground beneath your feet is soft like rotten fruit. Dark water begins to rise past the soles of your boots. The colors of the morning sun deepen to sunset. The eyes of your companions look scratched out and marred, as if a drawing in a book and you had scribbled across it with a charcoal pencil. You stand before their worship as the soft earth gives way beneath you, and you plunge into freezing waters, dark and endless. The shock of the cold forces you to open your mouth and inhale, and your lungs begin to burn. Your fingers reach up, and they brush against ice. The opening is gone. Something moves above the ice, and you watch it slowly begin to break, while something circles below you. Both reach out for you. Which calls your attention, Keld? Do you acknowledge what is above you or what is below you?
I think Keld knows what's above him. So I think he's more preoccupied with what's below him.
Okay. It is going against instinct. It is going against the body's desperate claw to survive, as everything in your mind wants to scrape at the ice above you. And you pull your hand back and you turn to look at the expanse and the darkness. And you see each other. You see the darkness. And you wake up in a musty, cold room filled with coins and your companions in various stages of waking up. The pain in your lungs begins to dissipate, but you do feel it for just a moment. All of you begin to wake and go about what you may do this morning. If you are grabbing some jerky or whatever your morning routine is inside of a cold, dusty, abandoned temple. Nana, when you sit up, kind of, stretch and put out a hand to push yourself up into a sitting position, your fingers brush against coins. And something in your brain triggers the same way that it does with the worry stone. It is a thing of comfort, and you are surrounded by comfort. Guys, what are we doing today? Are we vibing here?
I want to go look at this door.
Yeah, go look at the door. Everyone's like, actually, we live here now.
Yeah. We're gonna start sprucing up the place, actually.
We might as well investigate the door while we're here.
While
Yeah.
we're here, and before we stick our heads up and potentially get seen by the giant scary thing,
Mm.
Anything
Yeah,
but the
we
we
giant
haven't
scary
heard any rumbling steps, have we?
Not that you currently hear or feel like passively.
Okay.
Keld and Nix, you go to the door. What are you doing? Big door. Big door has this beautiful woman with like deep blue skin on it, standing at least double the height of the trees painted around her.
And we try to push it open like a normal door.
Go ahead and roll me strength, please.
Mm. I have so much of that.
I was considering giving you disadvantage, but a shoulder's a shoulder, isn't it? You know? What would another arm do here?
Disadvantage.
And she has
won't
my
do-
shoulder.
Kel
Held,
might do
like,
much
just-
better.
Puts a hand to it and just
After watching me barely touch it with my 5,
Keld, you can also go ahead and roll strength. 5. Thor is broken. You're muted, Keld.
7.
Ah, good. Both of you just like
together.
hand on the door. You do come to the conclusion, and you don't know if it's your favorite conclusion. You don't think the door's locked
Oh, no.
because you can feel that it moves, but you think that like a collection of like ice and maybe some warping from absorbing like liquid and, the fact that the whole building caved in on itself a bit maybe makes the door a little harder to open, but you don't think it's locked. You just need to give it more force or think of another way.
I think Roshan has stayed back and just tried to be quiet and helpful this morning, and sees them struggling and walks over and says, anything I can do?
Can you do anything to get the door open?
It won't move.
Well, if you two can't open it,
Maybe we loosened it for you.
Not 20. Boost.
You're like one of your little shadow friends, the servant, that helped us peel the potatoes.
oh, I mean, I'm
Maybe
not
they could
very
open it.
strong, but they're less strong than me. But I could give you a little bit of a blessing, and Roshan will, I guess, give a bardic inspiration to both of them.
Hey.
Okay.
Thank you.
You both can try again. I am increasing the DC.
Great.
Cool. What's a
What's your-
bardic again?
Yeah, what do we roll?
D8.
Wow.
1 super D8.
Come on, soup.
Okay.
Well, it's better, but
Mine's a lot better so far.
I got 18.
I also got 18.
Wow.
Wow.
They
Look at
really
you
are
guys.
siblings. Oh my god.
So both of you push, and it's not locked. It is just this terrible, like, scraping and cracking sound, though, as you push one of the double doors open. With an 18, you can't get it open all the way, but you think at least most of you could probably squeeze through. It might be difficult with Keld in armor.
Hmm.
And Nana's ass.
Yeah. Keld and Nana can't go in. Unless you get it open further, but
Yeah. Yeah, sorry. Nana's canonically thick with 3 C's and a Q ass is just, it's not gonna work, guys.
Guess not. But you have it open to an extent.
I think Roshan will look at the opening and look at Keld and be like, "You could maybe fit. Do you want to go first? I guess the lady on the door is blue, so maybe Nyx. You're also a blue lady.
Oh my god.
Blue ladies first.
We might be doing like something illegal if we go in before you. So
I'll go.
I'll give you guidance."
Yeah.
Okay. You have 1 minute of guidance on your side
Mhm.
as you make your way into the room. What's anybody else doing during this kind of door escapade moment?
I feel like Nana is kind of like evaluating her pack mostly, kind of like sort of aware of what the others are up to, but I think more she's kind of like she's a little weirded out by how comforting it is to just pick up a coin and just feel it in her hand and turn it over and just rub it between her fingers. Like she had not been relying on the worry stone as much as maybe Fen or some of the others had been. This feels as comforting, if not more than that, and it's odd to her. I think she absent-mindedly winds up pocketing one and kind of absent-mindedly keeps kind of like picking one up and just like it's more kinetic. It's like it's her hands are moving on their own and just sort of like picking it up for something to fiddle while she's thinking about something else, while she's looking over the packs and the supplies and everything. It's not fully conscious, but it keeps winding up with a coin in her pocket.
Okay, go ahead and just roll me stealth.
Yeah. Are we wait, are we still at disadvantage or no?
No, you guys
No,
got
no,
rid
no.
of that problem.
That's right.
Unless
We
you have
did.
something.
No,
Unless
I don't
you
think
have
so.
an immediate problem with that. I don't
Not
think
that
you
I'm
do
aware
either.
of. I don't think so.
No.
I think I only had the one level of exhaustion. I don't think I
Yeah.
had any worse than
I
that.
was just checking your corruption stuff, yeah. I don't think you have disadvantage right now.
Okay. All right. In which case, stealth 16.
Okay. For now, casually pocketing coin is not noticed because who's looking out for that, just even
Yeah.
mentally. So
Mhm.
at this moment, and you do notice, because like this is when you start to put them down, but it goes into your bag or your pocket, is like
Yeah.
that rush, that connection,
Mm-hmm.
it eventually fades and you put it
Oh.
down and then it's like, well, and then you pick up another one absentmindedly. You get that little bit of like,
It's a
and then
fresh
that's
comfort,
gone.
and then it
Yeah.
dissipates, and it's like,
Yes.
oh, okay, and it's like it's whatever. It just goes into the pocket, and then it's like,
Yeah.
but I want the comfort. I pick up another one. Oh, that's better. Oh,
Okay,
now it's
go
better.
ahead and roll me 2d20, please.
Okay.
This could be very funny.
I am afraid if that's the case. One of them is a 4, and
Okay.
the other one is a 1.
A little funny. Nana, it's slow pickings. So far you
Alright.
have taken 5 coins. You've picked up 5 gold.
Okay.
And God, that doesn't feel like enough.
No.
So you're doing that. You see,
Yeah.
all of you see that like the door to this next chamber opens.
Oh.
And you can, Nana, you do catch a little glint of, there is more gold in there too.
Huh.
So there's gold in both rooms. Astounding
Okay.
and amazing. Who's going
Interesting.
into the other room?
Feel like Nana would attempt, but we did mention rather specifically that may be
Yeah.
a difficulty for her.
I mean, if Keld's going in before her, he is going to have to try and body the door a little more. So she might
It's
have
true.
a chance.
Yeah. He's got
Well-
more dense muscle mass than she's got too.
Okay, give me hands up if you are just going into this room or attempting to.
Yeah.
Okay. Everybody's going in. Nyx, you head in first. Oh, this room's dark as hell.
I'll produce flame to walk
Yeah.
around with some fire.
A bit helpful. How much light does that produce?
10-foot radius.
Okay. So not much. You realize it's a pretty solid sized room, at least double to triple the size of the room you were just in. Keld, go ahead and give me acrobatics. Keld's stuck in the door. Keld's just stuck there.
Oh.
Nyx is the only one in the room. Keld is stuck there.
Is there stuff in front of the door that I could start like shoveling away to open
Squinting.
it?
I can't
Do
hear
we
you,
have
Fen.
No, you're muted, man.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Well,
no.
can't hear you. Oh.
Shoot. Oh no.
Oh, good.
On forever.
Hey! Bounce us
Oh.
around.
Woo!
Producer, would you like to, should we leave? Is that what you want? Or should we? Okay. Hey, guys, we'll be back in a second. Calm down.
Mm.
We'll be fine.
Just pretend it didn't happen. Just pretend that didn't happen. And
At
we're
all.
currently Nyx is the only one in the this new chamber. Keld is stuck fully in the doorway. And is just like that's his situation now.
Oh
Keld,
no. Oh.
it's like okay, you can't get enough leverage to like move yourself or push the door. You're stuck.
Oh no, I've got an idea.
What was
Gonna need your help.
okay.
Sven's gonna take the immovable rod and he's gonna put it a couple feet back from the door. And all right, just let's you and I both put our backs against this and push the door open with our legs. Maybe Kel can just eke through. If we can give him just a
maybe
bit
we
more.
could. Have you still got that jar that makes
I
oil
believe in
and
you
other
guys.
stuff? We could use a little oil.
I do.
That might make
Maybe-
it more.
It might be able to get you through
Just
easy. I don't know.
Keld, bam, 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 just fully across the room. What?
Just stuck in the door, but feet like slipping.
Just slowly just in the
I
sitting
wasn't thinking
position now.
about pouring the entire thing over him. I was thinking more small applications in places
Thank
where
God.
he's stuck. Like on the armor, on the sharp bits.
That's a thought. Let's try this way before we oil Keld up.
I suppose, yeah, that's probably best.
I mean,
Okay.
if he's ready to move and we can give him just a bit of boost, then maybe he can slip through at that moment, and I'm sure the rest of us can make it through.
All right, Fen and Nana, one of you gives me strength with advantage.
feel like
Go ahead, Nona. You can do this.
okay. Okay. Strength with advantage.
Yep.
It's a +0, so we'll see what we get.
Sorry, Keld, it's been real.
Oh shit, actually, with advantage, the better one is a 19. The worst would have been a 2.
Well, that's good. The DC was 15. You at that point I'd be
Amazing.
like, I want spell slots to get Keld out of here.
no.
But both of you grab onto the movable rod and just it's
Mhm.
like it's leg day. And both of you begin to try and push on the door. And it's just like eek, eek, and moves just enough that Keld you can get
on.
through, which means that everybody can get through. So the door just kind of jams into a new spot.
Okay. Huh. That was good. That was good.
Good work. Great job.
Thanks, y'all.
Oh, no problem. Next time, think thin thoughts.
I'll try.
Not sure if that works. I think I heard that from a very old auntie around town, and I'm not sure she ever had advice that quite worked the way she said it did.
You all go into the room. Nyx, once more people enter. Also, just let it be known, still very dark. This room is mostly shadow at this point. Some of you are okay with that. Some of you are not. Some of you are like, yeah, I can see things. And the rest of you are like, I can't see shit.
I mean,
so is
none
there
of-
any extra thing you would like to add for light in the space when you enter? Or is it like, no, we like when we can only see 10 feet ahead of us. It's my favorite. And I like that energy.
Is there any way that the torch that Nana lit the last night that was in the sconce could be relit?
Oh, that torch is dead, bestie.
Okay.
New torch.
New torch. New torch.
But yes, you can light a torch. Now there's 2 fires, one of them held in the palm of a hand, the other on a torch. And the 2 of you together are able to cover like a wider spread. So that's nice. This is a large room decorated around the edges with a snowy mountainscape, depicting in like different scenarios a large blue woman traversing on foot and on skis. She's hunting and climbing. There's a scene where she's watching the stars. In the room, you can see that pillars have fallen, walls have crumpled. The floor is concerningly cracked. There are places where the floor looks very damaged. You are unsure if there is anywhere for it to go, is the thing. There may be just, earth beneath this, and if it cracks, nothing else is going to happen. Or it has further to go. You are unsure. You can see that there are some roots near the top. There's one long winding root that reaches about 10 feet from the floor, and you can see that it has poked a bit of a hole through the ceiling. So like, if you're like, well, I don't want to go back the other way I came, you could climb up a frozen route and possibly get out that way if you were so inclined. But you know you have 2 ways that you could leave, depending on your preference. There is in the center of the room, there is a 40-foot tall statuesque pillar, a pillar that's been like, it looks like it's doing something structural, but also what if it was cute? Seemed to be the architect's inspiration on that one. A beautiful woman in the nude, 6 arms reaching out, each one holding like a large, beautiful chandelier. You can see that her lower half is a serpent-like spiral, and it almost looks like a spiral staircase in the center. That's what it appears to look like. Maybe it's a way for people to get to the chandeliers and light them every day, back when somebody was here to do it. The statue is adorned with, it looks like stone jewelry on like ropes that are like, they're seconds from falling off. Like it was adorned and it's like, these things are holding on by a rotten thread. This thing in the center is a statement piece, accented in gold, faded reds and blues. Because of the crumbling floor, a large portion of the surrounding rubble seems treacherous and possibly dangerous to approach this thing in the middle. That this is where the room is the least sturdy, is at its supporting pillar. There's also in a couple of the corners of the room, old rotten chests. And these chests sort of arch to the far back wall and are at the base of a white marble statue. A tall, sturdy woman dressed for a wedding. It gives off the energy of purity in stone. And the statue is adorned with fabrics and metals and other items that seem unbothered by time or the elements. You can see that there is some piece of fabric wrapped around, kind of like a shawl. There is an intricate belt. The statue is wearing a crown or circlet of some type. Seems to be wearing other jewelry and seems to have a bow on its back. All of these pristine in this room, comparatively. You are at the entrance. What do you want to do?
From the entrance, Roshan would like to cast Detect Magic, although I think he knows what's probably magic.
If you're trying to hit things in the room, you're gonna have to walk in a bit more. Especially if you want to get things on the far end.
Yeah, Roshan will go in further, avoiding the big cracks in the floor.
Okay. Roshan, give me a perception check with disadvantage.
Ooh, 15.
Okay. The thing about terribly broken floors is that it's not a trap. It is obvious and a problem, you know? So you think, able to avoid where you think things are least sturdy. You kind of don't go towards the center, you stick to the edge, and you begin making your way around. There's a lot of magic in this space. There is a gentle glow to a lot of the stonework, and in like flecks of some of this paint that survived. And maybe that's the only reason it did, because it had a magical base at one point. Also, the big statement piece in the center is also magical. And the far end on the smaller statue that you believe is of Skadi has 5 magical auras on it. There's a lot of magic.
I think he would approach the one at the far end and do something that he's not done a lot of and give a prayer. I think
Okay.
he's interested in showing some respect here.
Okay. How do you pray?
I think he stays standing because Scotty doesn't seem like one to get on her knees very often. And he says, "We've come seeking shelter from whatever has defiled your domain. I hope we do not defile it any further with our presence. I don't expect you to answer, but if you have any guidance that you could share with us weary travelers who have found refuge in your domain, please let us know.
Okay. Go ahead and roll wisdom and keep that to yourself for now.
Okay.
Held and Nyx, you were the next ones in. Nyx was technically first in, but your brother was stuck in a door, and I'm going to pretend you cared about him.
I was there.
I was there. I saw it happen.
I was trying to move stuff
er,
off the floor to help
Yeah, you were
open it.
helping.
Yeah. You were on the
What-
inside side of the door.
Do the two of you have an interest of where you'd like to go?
I'll go look at these broken chests for fun.
Okay.
Look through them. See what survived, if anything.
Yeah. Keld, what are you doing?
Maybe I will help Nyx.
You two go over kind of near where Roshan is, but like a bit separate as you start down the line of chests and start digging through. Who's in next, Fen or Nana?
I feel like probably Fen next and Nana last, because she's trying to like get her torch out of her pack and get that lit
That's true.
as she's going into the dark space, because Fen can see, she can't.
Yeah, Fen can see the entire expanse of this room instantly. It's
he's fine.
immediately he can see all of it.
He doesn't need to wait. It's fine. Nana's coming.
Fen, anything drawing your interest in the room?
The fabrics that have failed to decay over presumably centuries, maybe millennia. Do any of the dresses look familiar, like anything we've seen in any other ruins, or something that would have been depicted in art elsewhere?
You're welcome. You can head over that way and start like inspecting it, because it is just at the far end. So you'd have to to see the pattern and the coloration. You'd have to get over there. And that's where Roshan and everybody else is, really.
Okay. Do I have to walk across the obviously damaged floor to get there?
I believe in y'all. You would have to walk across the damaged floor, but you watch 3 of your companions do it without problem so far.
All right. Ifen's pretty nimble and sure-footed, and he doesn't weigh very much. But he also has the immovable rod in his hand, so he might just like keep that steadying him in case the floor gives out. He might just like click a button and have something to hold on to.
Yeah.
Then he'll make his way over to go examine the linens.
Sure. You make your way over to this statue that has a bow in perfect condition and a shawl, and none of the metals have corroded. Like, it's like, okay, interesting. As you make your way over, go ahead and roll history for me.
So 4 on the dice, so it is not going to be good. It's a 6 overall.
It doesn't seem to draw any memory for you. The only thing you can immediately compare it to is what you found in Broggy's temple, and you're like, they don't look the same. These look like separate things. So that's the only thing you were able to pick up. It's like not similar.
Yeah, Finn had like a flash of fashion at the party, but that's never been his forte.
Okay, and Nana, you light your torch. Where are you going?
I guess kind of walking in and sort of like taking in the space. Like, is it kind of more of the same as far as coverage of treasure and varieties? Is there anything different, I guess?
There seems to be some coin near the door. There's coin near these chests. And then there's like, you can also see that there's more than just coin in the chests. And that there is many a shiny thing on this statue. Like, you know, You've seen a magic item before.
Yeah.
This
yeah.
is the quality shinies is on that statue.
I've not yet tried palming anything that was not a coin. I don't think Nana's just gonna jump to like grabbing something off of a statue.
Yeah. She's like,
Uh,
and this crown
and
is mine.
yoink.
Thank you.
No, that is Gorbjorn behavior. So she's probably going to just sort of make her way through the room, probably heading in the same direction as everybody else, also taking precautions to like work her way carefully around the damaged parts of the floor. I think she's kind of just looking around. I think she does keep kind of picking up a coin on occasion. I don't know if there's anything that's like larger than a coin that would be like something that would come to her hand as she's making her way across. I don't know what the likelihood of that is. I guess maybe if she saw like, I don't know, I guess a ring or a bracelet or something.
Okay.
And if it didn't look like one of them quality shinies, because cursed objects, you don't want to pick those up. That's dangerous, and we can't be getting curses. But
roll a
if it's
d6
maybe
for
like
me.
a plain thing. Yeah, d6. I have a 6.
Okay. You pick up 6 more coins
Ooh,
as you make your way through the room.
yeah.
You get to about a quarter of the way and you're like, you're just scooping. You're like, all right. And it's kind of like almost like a trail when like, they make a joke. It's like they put little candies on the floor and you pick them up. But
Ooh,
you're
piece
just
of candy.
following little
Ooh, piece of
coins and
candy.
picking them up as you go. And the thing is, the room is dark and
Mhm.
nobody's paying attention to you.
Mm.
Where are you going? A voice echoes through the room.
Ben
Did
probably
we all
draws
hear
his Ben probably draws his bow and is like ready to shoot. Like
I think Nana actually screams a little. She do have that startle condition still, don't she?
Yes, you still have startle. So you immediately are just like,
Yeah.
oh fuck.
Just the least dignified scream.
Drops a handful of coins.
Maybe.
The last coin you picked up probably does clatter out of your hand.
Ew.
Easy to startle. Okay, I was seeing what the mechanic of that was. But not this coin kind of ding 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 as Nyx like finishes like prying open just like a nasty box and is like, ooh,
Huh?
and you hear this terrible creak and whine of stone. And like Nana, it feels like, when like little dust from the ceiling sort of just like falls and like gently hits you on the head and shoulders. And you look up and this 40-foot statue, this pillar at the center of the room, turns its head downwards. Where are you going?
Is it looking at anyone in particular?
It's looking at Nana.
Oh,
fully
fuck.
focused in on
Oh,
Nana.
shit. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. I was following my friends. I'm sorry. We were trying to get one of ours back somewhere else in the woods.
Trouncing through woods. Drops one of the chandeliers and it crashes down next to you, Nana. Sticky fingers. Grave robbers. Looters. And you watch as like the tail begins to like slowly kind of unfurl and like the cracking of stone. And
we
you
haven't
see it
taken
stops.
anything.
Oh.
We just sought shelter. We're looking for passage to find our friend. We very deliberately did not take any of the multitude of shiny, beautiful objects. Pardon us.
I picked up a couple. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I picked up a couple. I put them back. I promise. I'm sorry.
Disrespect to the goddess. Roshan, at minimum, you are picking up on, first off, you knew this thing was magical, and to the extent you are now realizing, this thing is verging on sentient, like fully
Oh.
sentient thing.
Oh, good.
And it leans in. I don't know. And like pulls forward another arm and is like dangling the chandelier. Well, the rest of you may leave. And is just slowly swinging the chandelier side to side. Chandelier the size of a person. What'd you get on that wisdom, by the way? Just curious.
So I don't know whether it was supposed to be with disadvantage, but either way, I got a 15.
Okay. You do not think in this moment you are feeling the influence of Skadi past this thing, and you don't think they are like immediately connected. It's like you believe that there is energy in this of a divine nature, but is it connected to Skadi more than the fact that maybe she turned the lights on for it? Skadi is not here. Judge, jury, executioner is the thing in the middle of this room.
Then I think Roshan swaps his deference to the thing in the center of the room and says, "Please, Great One, what might we call you?"
And for first time throughout this whole encounter, these stone eyes that had been slowly leaning closer to you, Nada, just sort of looming over you in this space, stops. And you watch the jewelry around its neck kind of clink clink against its body. And there is a terror that sort of runs down your back as these are beautifully carved human heads. And you have seen many a detailed statue before. This is immaculate work. And it leans back up and turns its focus over towards Roshan. And you watch it for a moment, its body sort of kind of moves from up to down as a bit of the floor gives way. And it sort of stops and then leans. Me. I am. And she looks to the statue of Skadi. And she seems confused. She doesn't seem to have an answer.
Roshan looks up at her and asks, "Are you one of Skadi's daughters?"
Roshan, roll persuasion. And I'm going to give you, I'll take away your disadvantage and it'll just be a straight roll because you would have gotten advantage for the specificity.
Sweet. Then a 22.
Okay. Yes. That's who I am. I am her daughter.
Do you still feel connection to her in this place?
Straightens up a little bit. Seems now very aware that the floor is not super safe and is not doing like large swaying motions, but straightens up a bit and looks around. I feel alive. She gave me life, her daughter. I live. She is here. Though it is quiet. Very
Are you
quiet.
bound to this place?
I protect. That is my intent. I stop thieves and vandals, people that wish to shed blood in the house. I am a guard.
Can I tell you what goes on above our heads?
It is as if I stand under my mother's canopy, and the rest is shadow.
The shadow is a plague on the forest that now lies above us. I don't know if that forest existed when you were born, but now it is a forest filled with madness, and inside it we seek the lives of the ones we love and our own. No grounds to make this request of you. So perhaps you could ask something of us instead. But we came together and we will leave together. And we will pay what needs to be paid, but we all need to leave alive. So if Nana, and Roshan looks over at Nana and says, if Nana puts back what she took, could we leave this place and do something for you?
Roll persuasion, disadvantage.
A 21.
Okay. You came here and paid respect. You stood before my mother and showed respect. You may leave here. Returning a gift to my mother. We have entered sacrilege, an offense. That because I am the only one present, must make choice on. I am the only one present. I am the only one present.
And I apologize to you then for bringing this madness into your doors. And he looks again pointedly at Nana.
Nana just like shrinks back. She looks fucking terrified and very ashamed, and like, she's fearing for her life, you guys.
I can't imagine anything's been here in a very long time. Is that correct?
I only wake when I am needed. And I am woken now by you. And I am alone. That will be the trade. I won't be alone, and you may leave. You may place your coin on the ground. I will not kill you, but you will stay.
There's something more your size up there. Might be a companion.
Roll persuasion for this matchmaking attempt. Have you considered getting out there again, bestie?
You could live your best life above ground.
Imagine the thing that we never saw in the dark. Maybe it's cute.
At 14.
Ah.
If it wishes to catch my eye or my ire, it may enter my halls. You will stay with me in my domain, tiny thief. The rest of you may go after you give worship to my mother. A deal, then. Good. And has like one free hand and like runs it over the jewelry and then like looks over at Nana.
But we need her to come with us. She's our friend, has been for as long as I can recall. Where is your mother?
I do not feel her here, but I live. So she lives. Thief. Maybe I will show kindness. Pick a friend who has not been here as long as you have been friend here longer. They will stay with me. Fair trade.
No, we came together, we leave together. There's
I am
no...
speaking to the thief.
I can't have anybody else take this for me. I did wrong. I did wrong, and I knew it was wrong. And I will take the consequences.
Then you may
You all should go.
You
should get Rose and you should get Nyx back to health, is what you should do.
Will she be safe here?
And you watch like this entity begin to like take in the space to like actually truly answer you. Like it seems like it's not going to be like yes or no based on just gut feeling. It's like taking in each space in the room. The temple is compromised structurally. There is no food or water. There is minor protection from the elements. And then there is me. I will make it so that you do not have to eat or drink or sleep. And once your penance is done, I will allow you to pay your respects to my mother, and then you may go.
How long?
Hmm. Until the next, I suppose.
The next person?
And then I will not be alone. Fair trade. You may speak.
Question for the DM. What's the roof situation look like here? Like the floor's in bad shape. What's the ceiling look like?
Oh, the ceiling looks pretty bad too.
Cool.
Everything's bad here. Everything looks structurally terrible. Hmm. So you will stay until the next, and then you can leave with them safety in small numbers. A kindness from me to you.
And there's nothing else that would satisfy.
What else do you have?
I could offer my service. I'm a ranger. I know your mother is a patron of hunters. Surely she has things that need hunting.
Nana, go ahead and roll persuasion. I'll give you advantage for the specificity.
With advantage. It's a 17.
How about this? You may go kneel before my mother and ask her what she thinks.
That's only fair. Thank you.
Of course. And for the first time as Nana, you begin to make your way across the room. The entity starts to take everybody else in. Just moving visually from one to the next. People with insight that's 16 plus passively, this thing is not concerned about the numbers in the room, is not concerned about weapons drawn. It does not seem bothered or scared in the slightest. As Nana, you make your way over and you stand before this much more reasonably sized statue, staring up at the visage of Skadi with this entity looming behind you. What do you do?
Before I think Roshan's over in the same area and will whisper some you've got to make this count, and give her a bardic inspiration and a guidance.
I'm gonna try. I'm anticipating this will result in either a religion or a persuasion roll.
Well, here's how it'll go. Are
Yeah.
you going to attempt to try to commune with the goddess Skadi?
I will endeavor to make some kind of connection. I will try in order to show good faith to Scotty's daughter. I will make the earnest attempt, and will put my best foot forward into a respectful plea.
Okay. Go ahead and roll religion for me.
Okay. Oh boy.
I think you have to put your guidance on it. I don't think you can't just hold on to guidance. So guidance has to, but Bardic you can hold on to if you're so inclined.
I am probably going to be using both of those. So that is going to be which 2 dice again?
A D4 and a D8.
D4 and a D8. Thank you. Okay.
Charge complete.
Okay. All right. It's a lot better. $18.
Okay. You kneel. Boy, howdy, is it just the the amount of shine and glisten that you have to walk past to get here. But compulsion or not, you know that you would be immediately like fly swattered with a
Squished!
chandelier. So it's kind of like,
100%.
I
And,
can't
like,
steal gold if I'm dead. So it's an easy enough, it's an
And-
easy enough ask.
And like, is it possible for me to like, in offering my apology and my plea to Skadi, can I like put the coins that I took at her feet? It's like it's not something I want to keep. It is yours. It shouldn't have been mine anyway.
Roll wisdom,
Okay.
DC 15.
Oh boy. That unfortunately is yeah, no, that's a 10.
Yeah, that's not going to be part of your plea. And that won't be included in your ask of Scotty. And
Okay.
you earnestly attempt to reach out. You pray as you have prayed before. You pray differently. You pray however needs must, with the fear of either death or eternal entrapment on the line. You are so incredibly convinced in this moment that Scotty is not here by choice or otherwise. Scotty's not here, and this thing stands behind you waiting. What do you do?
Waiting on an answer from me pertaining to what I got.
Yeah, she's
Mm.
waiting to see how the commune went.
Well, I don't see any good in lying, so it's I don't earnestly think I could fool this thing into thinking I got off scot-free. I could try.
It's up to you.
I don't know. Well, okay. Might be very, very stupid. I'm going to attempt with the use of my Battle Master Maneuver Commanding Presence. No, that doesn't
This will be
cover
deception. It doesn't do deception.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. Okay. All right. I think she will rise and turn solemnly to the statue and say to it, Skadi tells me she knows of something that I am hunting now. It is a blight. It increases the power of the shadow that encroaches upon the forest, this domain, your mother's home, all of our homes. And this thing is rabid. It will destroy, it will kill, it will raise everything. There will be no more hunters, nothing left to hunt. He wants a dead world. Silent. No hunt. Nothing. And your mother wishes for this thing, this person, this animal, to be hunted. And if I cannot fell him, then I must return.
Roll deception. This will be contested.
All right. Okay. Let's see what we can do. 23.
Okay. You present the word of Skadi to this 40-foot looming entity that now believes that it is her daughter, made of her energy and maybe her blood. And she looks down at you. And that's where we're going to take our break. Thank you guys for being here. We're going to take a little break, go get a snack and a drink, and we will be back in 10 minutes.
Thank you, Tim.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to On the Backs of Gods. I don't know where I am. For episode 171, we just took our 10-minute break. Currently, the party is in a little bit of a pickle. Well, Nana's in a pickle. Everybody else could leave safely. An acceptable option, morally speaking. Who knows? But, I'm sure you guys could talk yourselves out of the guilt eventually. Depending, in varying order from different people in the group. But currently, because Nana had the compulsion to thieve coins, after going a certain distance into the room, seemed to trigger the entity in the middle, this giant statue that is like, hey, you have to pay for your crimes. So you got to stay here forever with me, I guess. So no, friends forever. And eventually you were able to talk her into believing that she is the daughter of Skadi, whether that is true or not, we don't know. And then allowing Nana to commune with Skadi to see if she will give her a task and be the judge in this scenario instead of the statue. And Nana, after getting a resounding silence, as Skadi is not present in this place, Nana turns around and says, so Skadi said this, and waxes poetic about how she is being sent on this adventure to go kill somebody who is bad and going to ruin everything. And if I fail, then I'll come back and we can stay here forever. And the entity stares down at you. Well. Who am I to speak against the goddess? And sort of begins to straighten back up, but is doesn't exactly seem happy that the goddess made this choice, but seems to be accepting that fact.
I think Roshan would look at Nana and just mouth the word go.
Thank you very, very much. And I will, I swear, follow your mother's instructions to the letter. The hunt is successful or I return.
One of the chandeliers is lowered and kind of swings in front of you, kind of blocking your walk.
Uh-huh.
Oh. You wish for no boon.
If you would deem it appropriate in order to ensure the hunt is successful, I would humbly accept.
If you are an emissary of Skadi, then you should have a boon. She seems almost mad about it.
No. Okay.
But because you are a thief, the one in repentance, the hand that is free, that does not wield a chandelier, lowers in front of you, and you can see these runes at the tips of each of her fingertips.
Mm-hmm.
The coins. Fair trade.
Fair trade. Yeah. Nana wants to put the coins in the hand.
Yeah.
She wants to do that. She's going to do that if she's able to do that.
Survival's survival.
Yeah.
I can't speak for when you walk past coins after this, but
Okay.
it's at this moment you can give her the coins.
Okay, good. Okay, yep, the coins are going in the hand. There is nothing left in Nana's pockets. And the party purse is elsewhere anyway. She wasn't popping this in with the rest of her stuff.
And she kind of lifts her fingers slightly so that the coins kind of fall to her palm. And she looks to her fingertips and then looks to you. And you see she is fighting her own compulsion in this moment. And then kind of drops the coins at her own feet because they were on the floor and puts them right back where they were.
Yes, yep, that's where they belong.
All right. Approach my mother and ask which boon she will provide, which you will return upon a successful mission or a failed one.
All right, I will. Goodness. I guess in this case, Nana will go up and will bow. She will be respectful to the image of Skadi. 100%. She is in this moment not going to try to reach out to Skadi because that patently did not work out well before, and she doesn't think she could do better. So she's instead going to try to figure out what would be a boon that Skadi would give her for this hunt. What is something that she can think of that Skadi would find an appropriate thing for her to carry with her, for her to improve in order to make this hunt a successful one? She does want it to be.
So you are presented with when you approach the statue, and the idea of boons does come to mind of you're looking at them.
I mean, yeah.
You are presented with a shawl, a bow, a belt, a circlet, and a ring. And while
Okay.
you look at these items and pay respect to Skadi, the statue turns and takes back everybody back in. So all of you, are you on the hunt as well?
We intend to fell the very same monster that Nana speaks of.
It's why we're traveling together.
It's what brought us all together
Pray
in the first
longer.
place.
She looks to you, Nana. Pray longer.
Yes.
And put your head back down. You're like, okay.
Yep.
It's throwing her weight around a little bit.
It's fine. She's allowed. She's big.
She has a lot of weight. Yeah.
She does. It's fine.
And kind of goes back to like absent-mindedly, like swinging this chandelier. That sounds fun. A hunt.
I wish there was an easy way to get you out of here that you might join us.
If I were so inclined, I think I could claw my way up through the ceiling that is mostly dirt. But I am bound. So here I stay, protector.
Is there anything we can do to make your time here more enjoyable or more tolerable?
I don't know, but give it to me.
Then I'll reach into the bag of tricks and pull out a thing and
Ooh.
throw it on the floor. And out emerges a two. A two emerges, and I don't have the bag of tricks up, so bear with me for a moment. She's gonna have a critter friend real shortly here.
I think I can get there pretty fast. Whoosh. Oh, it's a document. Okay. Oh, it's not even what I want. Yeah, you find it.
She gets a giant rat friend.
Ooh.
A giant rat is her friend now for until the next sundown.
She observes it. It is a thing of magic. How long does it live?
Rats don't live long. But this is a Rufio. He's kind and good and brave. Brave, if nothing else. Rufio, this is daughter of Skadi. Be kind to her and keep her company.
He looks to the rat. This rat's like, all right, and just kind of goes and like sits near her, and she's like, okay.
Giant rat. This is a bit.
To
This
her,
is an
a
impressive
very
rat.
small rat. To her, a average rat.
Yeah,
sits
for
next to her.
us, like, we are
It's a perfectly sized rat, everyone.
Yeah.
The rat goes over and just kind of like, all right, I'm here, I'm chilling. She's like, her focus turns to Finn. This is a kind offering.
We wish no ill feelings here. We meant to be respectful. I apologize that our friend erred in matters of courtesy. We only wish to accomplish our mission.
I want the bag.
And our friend can leave if you have it. And our friend can leave if you have it.
Jillian's not following what you're saying. I was like, wait,
And Nana's allowed to. And Nana's allowed to leave if the bag is sacrificed.
Yes. And fair is fair. I am alone here. You may take a boon.
And can I retrieve my friend Rufio when we've accomplished our hunt?
Yes. When
It's
you
yours.
return your boon.
It's yours. And Fen throws the bag into the open palm of the woman.
And then like leans in and like looks at the rat. And gives him like a little pat on the head with like a finger. And then you are perceiving a statue of Rufio that immediately spawns in that spot. Oh. And she like dumps another one out of the bag. I'm just gonna give her a second rat. Can't touch. And
Please.
Looks to you.
Please be kind to him. He's a brave soul. He's traveled with us for many leagues.
I will be kind. You may have your boon. I have a rat. And you see at this moment, she's like, is this the trade I wanted to make? Also, I can't go back on it. And she's like, okay, fine. But I have a rat, so I'll take it. Like she's like, it all kind of comes together. And she's like,
and she doesn't even know it yet. She gets other animals besides the rat.
wait till she gets another one. She's gonna freaking lose it.
She'll
She's
get
gonna
a
have a great time.
dire wolf eventually. An elf.
She's gonna be like,
that's also cool.
And Nana, eventually you like kind of straighten up and you aren't told to continue praying. Between the shawl, the bow, the belt, the circlet, and the ring, which boon would you take?
Is there any indication from their designs that sort of gives any sort of hint about what their particular gift might be?
Go ahead and roll Arcana.
Okay. Tain't my strong suit. May I improve my intelligence with a an enhance ability for that?
If you would like to cast magic in this moment, sure.
Might not be wise. Nah, I'm good. I'm good. Probably should have. Oh well, that bit me in the ass. That's a 5.
Okay. While Nana is first in line in examining these things, the statue
Yeah.
kind of turns its focus and now is like 3 other people, 2 that I haven't really been fucking with, and like kind of like looks around and is like, you are hunters, and like turns to where Keld and Nyx are.
Green and blue.
Currently, yeah.
I would say so.
I see. You are dying.
Yes.
I worry about giving you a boon.
Well,
How will I get it back? You can either pray or stay.
got
And
it.
you're like, and you like look at the stuff and look down, you're like, what am I supposed to do? What do you want? I could save you.
How? Like, you get rid of it?
No,
Oh.
I would stop it.
By finishing it?
And she like places a hand on the statue of Rufio.
I'd prefer not to go with that option.
We're looking for other options.
No.
Well, you know where I am. If you
Right.
wish your death avoided and pain gone, I can give that.
Perhaps you could share an encouraging story of your mother?
And she looks over at the statue. It's like she keeps almost forgetting about Skadi. And then when reminded, it's almost like something winds up in her mind. It's like, oh, yeah. I could tell you a story of Skadi. Nana, while this is happening, do you have a choice? As you look at these things, you have no idea of what they may do, but you are able to perceive things and see their designs. You just can't correlate them with magic.
Got it.
Which one looks the raddest?
Yeah,
which one? Thick as hell.
Which one? Fucking
Which
rad.
made the statue the angriest that I tricked it. So
not sure if she wants to lean into that, but I mean, definitely
So-
like
this shawl has a kind of gradient. It starts black and then it fades into blue, which fades into white. And it seems to be speckled with stars, a night sky and a shawl. You also have this bow, and it seems ornate. It seems beautiful, and it seems maybe some depictions of maybe the sun. It's hard to tell because it is on her back, and you're like, it's all the way up there. I'm scared to leave this spot that I'm standing in. And you're like, that's maybe what it has on it. You can see that the belt has a design of the mountain range. You can see this circlet. Oops, I don't want to go there. Don't tell me what to do. This circlet is made of 2 different types of metal, one lighter, one darker, and sort of has a split gem in the center. 2 different colors. They seem kind of representing like the other side of the medal.
Hmm.
So they are still within that range of color. And then there is the ring. And this ring, flat, kind of chunky. And it kind of looks like it depicts, maybe it sort of looks like a hammer, like the head of a hammer. But you aren't, once again, 100% on that.
Oh,
These are the
boy.
things you pick up on. As you hear in the background, this creature begins waxing poetic of the fear that her mother wrought in the gods, that she could come to their home and demand a husband, the most beautiful man they could give her. And there was nothing they could do, for they feared her strength and her power just existing in the space. But the gods are tricky, and they are cruel, and they do not like to be outmanned. So she is given a chance to pick the husband of her choice. She wishes for the most beautiful god, and the other gods, greedy, do not wish to provide him as husband. So a contest is formed, and all of the male gods stand behind a curtain and show their feet so that she may pick, and whichever one she picks will be her husband, no questions asked. And after observing and accepting this offer, she picks the best manicured toes, the cleanest foot, the best looking foot, the most beautiful foot. And it ends up being the foot of Njord, the god of the sea. He's okay looking, and he also wishes to dwell on a large boat at sea, and she wishes to stay in the mountains and hunt. And she is known for this reason as the pure bride, because they never laid together, because they were never in the same place. She was in the mountains and he was at sea. And this was an amicable choice, and both went about the things that they love doing. Being on a terrible boat and hanging out in the awesome mountains. That is the story that plays in the background. Nana, what do you pick?
Funny enough, it's funny. Nana actually kind of is reminded a little bit of herself and Balder on that, but I think she's torn a bit between the circlet, the shawl, and the belt. I think those are the three that she's kind of like narrowing in on the most and trying to like choose between those, which she can just gut instinct guess is going to be something that will be beneficial to her. I think maybe the
Give me a choice.
yeah. I will go for the circlet.
Okay. You take the circlet.
Mm-hmm.
And Fen, you are able to step forward and take your boon. There is the shawl, the bow, the belt, and the ring.
Fen's taking the bow.
Yeah.
I mean, I was thinking,
Give me the shawl, bestie.
yes, it goes
I'm
great
trying out
with
new
my
fashion
new
things.
I'm expanding my wardrobe.
You take the bow, and it seems light. That's kind of like the best you have, just kind of like picking it up and like looking at it. It's like okay, I can work with that. Whatever this boon is, sure.
Oh, cool, guys. It's not heavy.
Guys, this is so light you wouldn't even believe.
I don't even gotta
Guys,
exert any strength.
Could you
It's
imagine
so
how
good.
light this bow is? It's
Yeah.
amazing.
Can Nana kind of like noodle anything now that she's looking more closely at this circlet specifically?
You hold up the circlet and you start examining it, and then your eyes sort of unfocus to this statue fucking staring at you as you're standing there like, like ogling the circlet, and she's just
it's
like she
I'm
looks.
appreciating the craftsmanship. It's truly beautiful. Was it a work of your mother's?
I am sure it was a gift in her honor, something befitting a giantess.
Of course. I
Hey, no,
will
no,
use it.
I think we've got
in-
to get back on the hunt, Nana.
I will use it wisely, I promise. And I will bring it back.
All right, you may go, but I expect you to return.
I
Are
will.
you sure you do not require a boon of me? And like looks at you again, Nyx.
You know, if this is still a problem when they come back, we'll do that then.
Mm. Understood. And then she turns her focus to Roshan. Thank you for the reminder of my status.
Thank you for allowing us refuge in this temple devoted to your mother overnight. And we are more than grateful for the boons you and her have offered us. We will make them count.
You do not wish to stand as emissary of Skadi. Is it imposing?
If you're asking why I don't ask for a boon. I would be honored, but I have trouble asking for help.
Mm.
So, were you to offer something, I would take it gladly, but I ask nothing for myself.
I find that interesting. I don't know why, though. So you would accept a gift. You would accept help, but will not ask for it. But if it is presented, you will take it. Ah.
She's fully understanding Roshan way faster than he has.
He's looking into my soul, bestie. Looking deeply into my soul. Mm. And I struggle to give without asking. Though, as you can see, I work on myself. Look at these gifts I have given. Looks at Nana. Look how she is not dead.
You are most generous.
Very grateful.
And I do not ask because I know true strength lies in the strengths of one's companions, and I would rather call you a companion than take from you.
I will not argue with a wall. And you can almost see a smile on this stone face. Fine then, companion. You will see that my boons are returned to me.
I will.
Good.
Be kind to Rufio. You can only shake him out thrice a day. He'll be good. He's loyal. He's brave. Don't hurt him, please.
I will be kind. And the statue stands back up at its full 40 feet after picking up its chandelier and goes back into position in the center of the room, but is still like moving its head and like is very much still awake and aware and is watching you guys, but is like, I'm just a
Okay.
pillar now, but is
Yeah.
actively watching you.
Time for us to respectfully leave, I would assume.
So there are two immediate choices for leaving. However you'd like to leave, that is fine. There is this room where there's this route that is about 10 feet up. It's icy, but it goes straight to the surface. There's also the opening in the other room, which isn't exactly as kind in the here's a route presentation, but there's a lot of rubble and there are a lot of cracks in the wall, and it is a shorter ceiling, but not by too much, but by a little bit. What are you guys doing?
Want to go out the way we came? I think I can get us out.
You think so?
I'm fairly confident. I did a thing yesterday. Kel taught me. I didn't think I had it in me, but it did it like pop right in succession. So I think I'm getting good at it.
Oh,
We're gonna have to try to be quiet when we get out there, though, because I'm not sure how far the thing has gone.
yeah.
But the way we came is probably the best way out.
Away we abscond then, I think.
You all shuffle to the other room. Just like, pardon us, excuse us.
Thank you. Sorry. Thank you.
I think
Goodbye.
Roshan like gets to the door and then looks back and then just waves amiably at her and is a little sad that we're leaving. She's a new friend.
She
Yeah,
waves, a
you-
portion of the ceiling collapses as she's
That she is
leaves it over
destroyed
her
instantly.
support.
Oh no!
Wow.
Oh, what's up?
Oops.
You look back to wave and you see that she is kind of like crouched back down and has turned the other Rufio into stone as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
And is
And,
and you watch as two of the arms like pick them up.
Oh.
And now they're sort of like dolls in her hands as she like holds them and like
No kiss.
kind of like
Yes.
Now kiss, yes.
hmm.
Ooh,
And she like
nice.
looks over at you and stops and then like gives a wave and then kind of like straightens back up and waits for you to leave.
Yeah. Roshan will politely step out.
So you guys are in the next room. She is still here, but you are currently maybe not being murdered by her.
Good.
This
That's
ceiling
good.
in here is about 40 feet up. What are you doing?
All right.
Nana would like to leave.
I've got rope. Killed. If you can, like, point pike up, just straight up with me, above your head, I think I can do the Misty Step up through the hole and then throw a rope down for everyone to climb out.
Oh. Yeah, I should be able to do that with my shield.
Don't feel I can just get there from here, but with your full height and your arm extended, I think I can make it there, and we're free once I can throw the rope down.
Okay, Keld, give me Give me, I'm being kind. I'm too nice. Give me athletics. I'm too nice. That's what they say about me.
She's too nice.
She's
She's
too
just
nice.
too nice, that Jillian. Gosh darn.
She suffers from terminal benevolence.
He's just so nice and good.
15.
Okay. So you kind of are in a bit of an awkward pose, and you get like Fen up, and you're like this hand can't do anything.
Oh no.
But
Can
you
somebody-
finally just like hiya, and you just like kind
Hiya.
of throw the shield up and like straighten up. And Fen, you disappear and then reappear at the top, and you know you are like just short. So I need acrobatics for you to like grab one of these roots that's sort of like sinking in through the top.
I like acrobatics. Yeah, 24.
Fly.
That one. You go and you just sort of like, you go up, hand already up, and you kind of like, boop, and sort of kind of land almost nestled and pull yourself up and climb out and kind of like peek through the opening. Offhand, you don't see anything. If you'd like to really percept, you know it comes with cost.
Yeah, I'm gonna percept the fuck out of this.
Oh, buddy.
Roll perception.
You just shook off the nausea, man.
27.
Thank God for that.
You peek up and start looking around. Whatever that large being was that had pursued all of you, you don't hear it. So either it is not active or it is far enough away that you are not perceiving it. You feel confident that you could get out of here without being accosted by something, because nothing stands out as immediately hostile to you. But I need a wisdom saving throw.
That sucks.
I told you.
It's 11 on the dice, which makes it a 14.
Okay. And the DC rises. You feel pretty confident, and you are able to lower a rope for your friends. And now that I've been given a second chance at rope, Keld, you must roll.
Oh no.
You must roll to rope.
Can somebody help him?
I'm gonna throw down the immovable rod, and he can use it as he sees fit to
Assist
help
him.
himself up.
The amount of thigh strength that's about to be involved in this climb.
I think if any of us has the thigh strength, well, first of all, Mana, obviously, but then Keld. Keld has the second most thigh strength.
That's true. Keld, how are you getting up here? And by people saying, "Can we help?" Can you help a man like so much taller and so much heavier than you climb a 40-foot rope? No.
No.
Not
I think
physically.
I just gotta
Certainly
fucking
not.
brute force it.
Okay. Keld, where do you want to go in the lineup? Do you want to go like last, or do you want to be like, I'll go up first, or where do you want to be in this lineup?
I'd like to be like second to last, just in case I cannot get it.
Okay. Who's staying to be last then?
Nana doesn't want to stay to be last. She
I
doesn't want to
can.
Nana's
stay
already
down
climbing
in
the rope. Nana's already
statue.
gone.
Yeah,
Nana's left.
I can be last. I'm pretty sure I have to roll too. I don't have a hit.
Oh yeah, both of you
Oh,
can roll to climb
no.
this thing. It's gonna be so fun.
Wait, can I help
Okay,
her?
we tie ourselves together. We
that
both
more-
have an arm.
No.
We wrap our arms around each other and work together.
Actually,
both-
yeah, we could probably just put a loop in the bottom and like
Yeah.
pull them
you
up
can-
from the top.
Yeah. We get enough
Dog-
of us up
They're
there.
so
We can
strong.
leverage
Dog the
around a
rope
tree.
off on the immovable rod so that it's got a pivot point as mechanical
Yeah.
advantage. Like it's dogged off. like they can put a foot each into the bottom and
Mhm.
just heave ho, heave ho. Make a little progress, but it's very little effort to keep them suspended.
Yeah.
Okay,
You don't
if
have to be a ropes
Nana
expert
and
to do
Fen
this.
and Roshan would like to try and lift Keld and Nyx, you are welcome to.
I think we can do it.
Yeah, I think
I think
if
we can do
we
it.
did
I think we can
mechanical
do it.
advantage, we could. Yeah.
Yeah.
Roshan will cast a spell and give a bardic because he's not going to be particularly helpful in this task.
I
So
understand.
Fen gets a the 1d4 and Nana gets a d8.
Ooh. Wow, thank you.
I'd like one person to roll.
Oh.
There will be no advantage.
No,
The
I'll take my
DC will be pretty high, but it
Don't let
is
Nana
lowered
roll.
per person assisting. But it is still a man and his pack and his heavy armor and another person. So it's not going to be easy, but you can try. It is doable, just not
And it
easy.
would be athletics for the role?
Oh, 100%.
Okay.
It's going to be
I was
strength.
Nana,
It's going to
it's
be
you.
probably
athletics.
strength. It's probably going to be just strength. Actually, I'll
Oh.
give you advantage because it is multiple people helping, but the DC is not low.
Okay.
So Nana, you can roll with advantage and you get a D8 and a D4. Keldon
Alright.
Nix, you put your foot in the loops and you're like, all right, if they say so. I believe in you.
We'll see if they can do it.
Worth
You're
a
like, all
try.
right, team.
If
Oh,
not, I've got
goddamn.
magic. It's fine.
Okay, so that was okay. So this was with advantage. With
Mhm.
advantage, it's a nat 20, guys.
Okay.
It's on the notifiers and everything.
Okay.
Whoa. You did
All
it.
right. What is the bardic and the guidance?
I mean, should I throw that on as well?
I would not
Yeah.
leave it.
Not
I'd love to know what the
Yeah,
end result
'cause
is.
That's gonna be nat 20 plus if it's straight strength, it's +0. If it's athletics, it's +5.
It's straight strength.
Straight strength, so it's +0. So then it's +5 on the D8 and 1 on the D4, 6 additional, so 26.
Okay. Slow moving.
Yeah.
You're doing the best you can do. And it's not easy. It's a slog, but you're like, heave ho, everyone.
Yeah, we can do it.
And it's just Nix and Keld like just like looking at each other like, hey.
Brother sister
They're
time.
doing it.
Really should have
Yeah.
done this one at a time.
I could have turned into a bird and flown up, but they were
Kelvin
insistent.
Nix
I
is
was
talking.
just thinking about that too.
You could
Yeah,
have
you
turned
two.
into a bed and flown up.
I could have turned
as
us
they're-
both into birds, actually.
Yeah, you
She
guys
could
are
turn them
kind of
both into
mumbling
beds
to
and
each
flown
other.
up. It's
Just pulling. Keld and Nix, is there anything you guys want to talk about
It's
while you're
fine.
alone?
She'll be able to turn people into birds later on. Maybe it'll be more useful.
You know, just do you think it would be a good idea to send them back for like a day or two? Because I don't want to be. Roshan's kind of making this take a really long time. And Fen's been ill, and I don't know what's wrong with Nana, but something's wrong. And none of them are
Does seem
handling
like
these
something's
woods very
wrong.
well. And like, it's not like they can't rejoin us after they've had a day to take a break, maybe.
I didn't think about that. I've just kind of been focusing on moving forward.
I'm just worried that she's gonna completely snap. And
You think a day of rest would be the cure?
be better not staying out here.
Yeah, that's probably true.
I know they're all gonna say no. but maybe if we're both think it's a good idea, they might agree to it. I could also probably make one of them agree to it, but that feels kind of rude.
A little bit, yeah. I mean, I guess we could bring it up to them.
Just we'd be able to get there faster, and they could like put a message in the ring, and we could let them know when we actually find something that's useful. And we kind of need jars anyway for the water crimson, because I don't think anyone grabbed any.
Sorry, guys, someone's got to go back for jars.
Someone has to get jars. I think
Very
we have
important
one.
task.
We have a single jar that has a rat head in it.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. But I
I
don't.
do worry about it just being us out here, though.
I mean, our dad did though.
It's true. Let's. Maybe we can talk about that tonight.
If they're worse, by the time we get to camp. And we could probably be a lot sneakier. Like we actually stealth instead of like 5 people, it's only 2 people. I can do the same thing Nana does. I can do that. I just haven't
I was
because
gonna
she's been
say-
doing it.
I'm not the sneakiest.
But I can make us. We traveled without them for a year. We know how to be sneaky together.
That's true.
It's just as long as you're willing to talk about it with them, then I don't think they listen fully when it's just me that brings up ideas.
No, I hear you. That could be a good idea, honestly.
You're getting to a point where it's like you could say one more thing and then you think even whispering people would hear you.
All right.
So if there was anything else you wanted to say, this is like your last shot, like one more back and forth.
I think we're good at camp.
Okay. Okay. Eventually, you make it to the top. Huzzah! And
Okay.
I just picture everybody still pulling and like Heldenix like step off and it's just like tied in a knot at the thing and it's just like, guys, please look. We're
Oh, we're
here.
standing here
We're-
now.
Oh,
Hello?
hi. Oh, hi.
You did
Oh,
it.
The rope smacks somebody in the face.
Oh, no.
Yeah,
SpongeBob.
probably.
It just goes flying.
It's Nana. It's Nana. Oh,
So
oh.
yeah, the rope does not immediately go flying. They don't both just dive off of the rope.
Good.
What
good.
a fun prank.
I know, very fun. Listen, it's a
Mm.
good hee hee ha ha.
If you want a hee hee ha ha.
If you guys want a hee hee ha ha, I suppose.
I
uh,
suppose.
But all of you are now topside. What are we doing?
How much daylight do we have left?
You have most of the day.
We didn't leave our place of camp, so
Mhm.
Not much time has passed.
We don't hear the footsteps at all.
Not passively, no.
Hmm.
Hey. Perhaps we ought to just try and
Let's
get
get
out of
back
here
on
as,
our
as
path.
fast as possible.
And maybe a bit stealthier this time. I know you were tired yesterday, Nana. Maybe today,
Yeah,
be able to help out.
I'm I don't know if it's
Come on, Nana, just do the thing.
I'm not sure if it's something about the woods or something, but I'm not sure if I can. I'm sorry.
I kind of want to approach Nana gently, like trying to approach, a scared deer.
Mm.
I mean, that's a good approach because, like, even then, I think she's still a bit jittery. She doesn't look great.
Can I use any insight just to see if it does seem like it's a woods thing? Sure,
Yeah,
Kid would
roll
assume
insight.
it is.
Yeah.
21.
Okay. Now, Keld has yet to experience this madness.
Yeah.
Keld, so it's you believe your father. That is something that really solidifies it, is that your father said that the woods does something to you.
Mm-hmm.
And so you're like, it's a thing. And
Has to
you
be.
are watching the people around you crumble. The woods is just taking them out one by one by one. And there's no way it's not the woods. But there is a part of you, and you don't know if this is a good part or not, that's like, but some people can't handle it. Not everybody's made for everything. This is different. Your father came into these woods with no magic, no bubble to hide in, no training, just basic hunting supplies with you on his back. And he came back after speaking to the woods itself. And you have been, for the past couple days, walking at a quarter pace where the woods and God can hear every step you make. And you see that Nana is deeply affected by whatever this woods is doing. You see something that leaning into that darkness, trusting the woods, she is lost in it. It is as if you are looking at another tree in the space. The woods is so ingrained into whatever is happening to Nana. But could she ever avoid this? You don't know.
Nana. I don't say this lightly or easily, but I think you might need to go back.
What? What after all that? After everything about us sticking together and
Well, you'd be in safety. And we'd come back to you. I'm not saying. These woods have clearly gotten you lost, though. I can tell. And I mean, honestly, it is holding us back.
well, by all means, if I'm holding you back, then yeah. Yeah,
I think you need a day of rest.
sure.
Actual
Okay.
rest.
Okay. Right. Yeah. That'll fix it.
We need somebody to get some jars for us too. We didn't pick up any for the water crimson.
We needed jars. I didn't hear anything about needing those. I would.
Mm-hmm.
We wanted to find the stuff for Calendula. Can you do
Okay.
that for us?
I can do that.
Don't worry. The ladle will set you right.
Okay. Okay.
Like, Nick's
But
kind
look
of
at
side
Nick's-
eyes Roshan into Keld. Like, are we just doing the one? Or?
And Roshan is fully staring at the ground, face red, because he's afraid he's next.
What a prominent and correct fear, baby boy.
Roshan. Would you be
Like his
amenable to
rose.
joining Nana?
I think he interrupts mid-sentence and says no.
Mhm.
I'm sorry I'm slowing you down. But if I go back without my sister, I won't get better.
Get that, but we can find her faster if you go with Nana and give us the time. Like, you could put a message in the ring and we could let you know, even if we haven't found her, if we've just gotten to the Water Crimson, we could bring you guys back.
And what if we encounter what we encountered yesterday and you're left to fight? The things that are out here almost killed us all together.
Bro, I don't know if you didn't see, I was almost perfectly fine at the end of that. Keld and I have traveled alone fighting together for a while. And Ben, it'd be your choice if you stayed or not, but we know
But
what we're
it's not
doing.
ours.
I mean, it is your choice, but I think you should go back. At
We
least for a
can't force
day.
you.
We won't force you.
Well, then I'm not going, and I'll ask you how I cannot slow you down. Roshan, it looks super embarrassed and says, if someone has to, I don't know, carry me. I told your parents, I promised your mother that I would bring you back, and I'm not leaving without you or my sister.
Not looking forward to that conversation.
Which one, Nana?
When I get back to the village without you, and I've got to face your mother and father.
All you have to do is tell them what happened.
You tell them
They
that
all would
yeah,
understand.
that we told you to do this because it's what's best for not just you but for everybody.
Going back for supplies. That's all.
answer. I don't know if there's a way we can make you be able to be faster, Roshan. Like, that would be either a lot of magic that would be better used making sure I can keep everyone safe. And I don't think it would be possible for us to carry you the whole way.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that. I'd be happy to try though.
Roshan, I could see that Rose was safe. I don't know how much you trust me to do that. But I've gone with you this whole way.
Well, if I can't keep up, then I best get out while I can.
This is not a critique of you. I wasn't even expecting this conversation, but honestly, Roshan, you just need to be safe.
And you all should get going.
Is there nothing we can do to bring him along? I know Rose. Rose is quite like Roshan. As terms of personality go, she might not even talk to us if we meet her, and Roshan's not there.
That's why we'll have the messages. We can keep in touch.
It doesn't. It might not matter. It might be a matter of pride. That it might be a matter of.
We can
She
bring him
just-
back when we find her. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, whatever we get to next, we can bring somebody back. We just send them a message. You guys could go to a tree and we open it and you come back through right where we're at.
All right.
To trek back through all those awful woods again would be nice.
You're not gonna have to trek back through them. Nix is gonna send you back for a
Straight
tree.
to town.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you don't
Good,
have
good.
to go back.
No, that's good. I'm glad. I'm glad.
In a tree.
All right, good deal.
Well, hand the ring to Roshan. Get a message in there. Hopefully.
Yeah, he'll put a sending in it.
Great. Thanks, friend.
He won't say anything other than casting the spell.
Mm-hmm. Let's go to a tree,
Yes.
guys.
Yeah, it's not hard to get to a tree.
Yeah.
You guys have to
We're
walk through a
surrounded
bit
by
of rubble, but you eventually get to a tree that is large enough for your companions to step through.
Right. And
We'll force hug them both.
mhm.
Then I'll hug them both as well. We'll see you soon.
Don't forget the jars.
There's a ton in my
Guys.
room with dead plants in them. If you want to just take those out,
You weren't saving them for anything?
No, they were alive when we left home.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'll ask your mother about him.
I'll turn to the tree and open it up.
Okay. The tree opens and you can see a quiet village space on the other side.
That's tempting.
Nana,
Roshan
do you feel
will
like yourself
quietly
step
walk through.
forward a little? All right.
Nana's
Roshan steps
going.
through. I'm going to be super kind to you guys right now. Do you take
Yeah.
the bag of holding from Roshan?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
You
need
probably
all the
should.
equipment.
Walks
I'm
by,
just
you just like slip a
saying.
hand under the
I'm
strap, like,
just
okay,
saying, like, okay,
bestie.
bestie, you got this. I mean, like, you
Thanks.
take the coin purse, we'll take everything else.
We need all the stuff in here, sorry.
Yeah.
And Roshan steps through. Nana?
Yeah, Nana's going.
Nana steps through. And the tree closes. And that's where we're going to stop for today. Thank you all for being here. We appreciate it. We love telling you guys a story. If you'd like to see more of that story, you can head over to youtube.com/thedicecult and watch past episodes of On the Backs of Gods to see how we got to maybe the biggest party split ever. Very exciting. Other campaigns, more D&D, one-shots, Vampire the Masquerade. If you want to keep up with us, we are at Backs of Gods on Instagram and Twitter. If you'd like to keep up with all of us, we are at The Dice Cult on Instagram and Twitter. Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate it. We'll see you guys same time, same place, Mondays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we'll see you guys next time. Good night, everybody.
Thanks for joining us, cultists.